mamas, welcome to today's workout. Today we are doing a 15-minute resistance band workout. It's gonna be full body, 2 rounds of work, and you need a light to medium resistance band. So go ahead and place it on your legs, above those knees. We're gonna get started right away with a deadlift. So feet underneath the hips, arms can be across your chest or by your side. We're gonna reach toward the floor, hinging at those hips, butt back, nice flat back, and then come up. So hinging at the hips, that means your butt pushes back, the weight is in your heels. You're really stretching through those hamstrings, keeping that back nice and straight, shoulders down, chin tucked, and abs tight. Take everything at your own pace today. We're not moving in terms of reps, we're going timed intervals, 30 seconds on, and we're just getting everything warmed up right now. Let's rest, and we're gonna move on to our second exercise. Feet outside hips, we're gonna do a band squat. Bring your hands out somewhere in front of your chest. We wanna sit back into those hips right here, down and back. And as we sit back, we wanna push those knees forward in line with the middle toes, and that's gonna get those legs burning. So we've got 2 sets of everything, so feel free to take it slower this first round, get comfortable with the exercises, and then that second round, we can start to pick it up. Pushing out of those heels, squeeze your glutes at the top. Keep those knees soft right here so we're not overextending into the back. Get 1 more in, rest. Okay, now we're gonna come down into a squat, hold it and press the knees out and in for a little adduction. So hands in front, chest up, so out and in. So that abduction is working those outer thighs, those side glutes, and we're gonna feel a nice big burn. We wanna try to stay down in that squat for the whole time. If it's too difficult, you can come up a little bit, but if it's really challenging, you can always lose the band. We only got 8 seconds left here. Whew. Feeling it already. 3, 2, 1. Good work. All right, we're gonna come down in that squat, walk it out side to side for a monster walk. So let's sit back into those hips, arms up, walk it out a couple steps side to side. I'm gonna go to the length of my mat. That's about 3 steps, but you can do more or less. I want you to keep those hips, knees, and ankles in line. Weight back in your heels, chest up. And again, you're in control. You can stay up a little higher or you can get down lower for an extra challenge. But what I want you to make sure you do is keep that weight in your heels. Keep those knees pressing out, those toes straight ahead, so we keep that work in the hips. Rest. All right, we're moving to a narrow squat with a tap back. We're gonna come down in our squat, alternate tapping the legs back. So hands out front, we squat, tap back, squat, tap back. So you can see I'm staying in a little narrow squat here. It's not a full squat, but I want you to keep those legs bent. I'll show you from the side. And then you're just extending through that hip. You can see when I tap back, that leg goes straight. My toes are pointed straight forward. And I'm trying to stretch that leg back as far as I can while still keeping my front leg loaded. Do you see that? Front leg is still bent here. I'm leaning forward just a little. Rest. We're gonna do that same thing this time as side tap. Hands up, hips back. Try to stay low on these. You ready? Out and in. Alternating legs. So you can feel that tension in your side glutes, right? That's what we're working here. And that's great for pregnancy because our hips can get really tight and we want to strengthen and also stretch them in preparation for our growing bellies, for labor, delivery, and postpartum recovery. Try not to lean to the side here. Try to stay in between your feet. Rest. All right, we're gonna move to a bicep curl. So band comes off the legs. We're gonna hold that band in both hands. 1 arm at a time, we're gonna bring that arm up to the shoulder. Here we go. So 1 arm is straight, holding the band firmly. Other arm curls it up. So this is why you want a light band here. If you're using heavy, this might be really difficult to do. You can also use one of those bands without the loop, one with the handles, and that would work fine. Nice and slow here. Squeezing as we lift that band to the shoulder. Harder than it looks. Nice. All right, we're gonna do a tricep extension now. So feet underneath the hips. We're gonna take those arms up overhead. 1 arm goes back behind the head. Same time, here we go. Take it back and lift. So you can see when I extend, one arm holds the band firmly over my shoulder, one arm bends and that elbow points forward. Now, I want you to make sure you're bracing your core soft through the knees so you're not arching your back. We want to keep the body still underneath the weight. Couple more here. And rest. All right, we're gonna do a bent over row. So we're gonna hinge at those hips like we did for the deadlift. One arm pulls back at a time. I'll show you from the side. So push those hips back, row, elbow comes up and back, and alternate arms. So you can see I'm hinged forward, weight is in my heels. My chest is still lifted even though I'm hinged forward and my abs are tight. Now you can see from the front, my elbows are pulling straight back, and then that other arm, again, is pushing forward, holding that band securely so that tension stays on. And that's really important because that's gonna affect how much resistance you're pulling. You want it to feel challenging. It's only 30 seconds. Rest. We're moving on to a lat pull down. We're moving with those feet under hips, knees soft, abs tight, arms come overhead. We're gonna pull both arms down at the same time, pulling those elbows in, and then reaching up. In and up. So, right here, I want you to pull those elbows toward your ribs, squeeze the shoulder blades together, and pull that band about to your collarbones. Now, you want to keep that spine in neutral, so try not to overextend that back. Keep those knees tight, or knees soft, abs tight, and move with control. Rest. All right, we're moving to our last exercise, a band pull apart. Band in front, we're just gonna give that band a pull. As far as you can stretch it out, let's go. Just tiny pulls. Squeezing your shoulder blades together, keeping your shoulders down away from your ears. It's gonna be a small movement, but you will feel it in your upper back. I want you to just stretch that band and breathe through it. We're more than halfway there. Last 5 seconds and we get a longer break. Time. All right, 30 seconds, grab water if you need to. We're gonna put that band back on the legs. Take your time whenever you're ready, and we're gonna start from the top. Now, since it's our second round, let's see if we can maybe do a few more reps, maybe get a little bit more range of motion, especially in those squats. So we're gonna come back to the side, starting again with that deadlift whenever you're ready. 3, 2, 1, here we go. Hinge forward, stand up, squeeze that booty. So again, you can reach to the floor, or if you'd like to, you can keep your hands across your chest. But again, I want you to feel that big stretch through your back body, your hamstrings, your glutes, your hips. Come to a nice flat back. And if you need to, if your belly's in the way, you can take your feet a little wider. I know I'm in my 3rd trimester, getting near the end. Some of these can be a little more challenging. You do what you can. And rest. All right, moving back to those squats. So feet outside hips. Again, you can take your feet a little bit wider if you need to for your belly. Arms up, sit back, let's go. Pushing those knees forward. Remember, we want those knees in line with toes. We want those knees pressing out against the band. That's gonna create that resistance we want to strengthen the hips. Only 10 seconds left, 30-second rounds. We can get a lot done, but it's a short amount of time, so we gotta work hard. Rest. All right, we're gonna do that squat with abduction. So we're gonna fight to stay down for 30 seconds. Are you with me? Let's do it. Squat and press it out and in. Weight in those heels. Now try not to let your knees collapse. So I want your knees forward of the toes and then out and then back in front of those toes. So they're not coming in here. That's taking that resistance off. We wanna keep it on. Remember, you can come up higher if you need to, take that band off. Whatever it takes to stay in the work. Almost there. Time. Whew. Monster walks. Start on the other end of your mat this time. Sitting back, remember, we're gonna take a big step out, keep those hips and knees and ankles in line. Here we go. Squat, step it out. Maybe this time you can get a little lower, or maybe you can move a little bit faster. I do timed intervals because I let you work at your own pace, your desired intensity, so you get the best workout for where you're at in your fitness journey, in your pregnancy. There's a lot of factors, so I feel like the timed intervals are best to get everyone time. All right, we're gonna move to that narrow squat with the tap back. So feet about hip width apart, arms are gonna come up, sit back, alternating legs, tapping back, leaning into that front leg again. How far back can you tap that toe? The weight primarily is in that front foot. So I want you to drive through that front heel, and you can put your hands here, you can put them here, whatever feels comfortable. And then really stretch that band back. Keep those toes straight ahead. Couple more. And rest. All right, we're going to do that narrow squat with the side tap. Really getting those hips on fire. Guys, ready? In 3, 2, 1. Side taps, in and out. When that leg taps out, again, toes are straight ahead, and you're trying to keep your chest in between your feet. So you're not leaning over to one side. Whew, feeling that good burn in those glutes. They're the biggest muscle in our core. So important to strengthen them during pregnancy. Last one. Good work, guys. Take that band off the legs. We're moving on to the arms. Bicep curls coming up. One arm straight, one arm's gonna take it up. Here we go. Curl and release. Really feel that stretch. The resistance band, you can feel the difference than with a dumbbell, right? That resistance stays on the whole curl. Usually that bicep curl, you got a little tension in the middle, and then at the top it releases. This, you feel that tension the whole time. So it's great to switch it up and work with a different piece of equipment. Rest. All right, tricep extensions coming up. Getting close to the end of that workout, guys. Remember, abs tight and knees soft. Take that arm back and extend it toward the ceiling. Now I want that arm all the way behind your head. Keep that other arm extended. Nice deep bend in that elbow. Squeeze the back of the arm as you lift it up. And try not to pull your hair out if you've got it in a ponytail. That's always a problem for me. Couple more. Rest. All right, bent over rows. So again, we want that chest up, shoulders back, abs tight. Hinge position, push those arms forward and then pull back. The more you push forward with the arms, the more resistance you're gonna have as you pull back. So if you come here a little bit closer, it's gonna be a little easier. But if you come a little bit further away, you can see I'm having to work a little bit harder to pull that band. So you do what works for you, but we want it about 45 degrees or lower, not too high here. Good work. Moving to those lat pull downs. Got just over a minute left. Let's finish strong. Ready? Both elbows same time. Pull it to the collarbones and release. Now it's a really active move here. We're not just pulling it down, we're pulling it down and apart. So you can bring those elbows into your ribs. And again, nice lifted chest, abs tight, knees soft. We want to stay strong. And release. All right, one more exercise. We've got to be on pull apart. This is the finisher. Arms up, shoulder height. I want to see how far you can stretch that band. Here we go. Whew. Looks like it would be easy, but it is absolutely not. Great for those postural muscles, strengthening the back. 10 seconds to go. 3, 2, 1. Whew. Good work, you guys. We made it. 15-minute resistance band circuit. You can do as many rounds as you'd like to. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I will see you back here for our next prenatal workout.